Hello everybody, we are back live on Willie's Weather Channel with the latest developments of Tropical Storm Harvey. Big deal here, really, this is insane. We are live, as I said, with Tropical Storm Harvey, taking a quick look here at the path of this tropical storm. This is really noticeable, and you can see it's been affecting a lot of areas since it started. Sorry, I didn't go far out east enough. So this really started just a short while off from the port of Spain, and then it began to head west, up through the Caribbean, over, crossing parts of Honduras, North Honduras, and then just bypassing Mexico, and then we have this head into parts of Texas. So it's really been a huge effect here in Corpus Christi, where we're really centering our focus because of all the rain they've had over the past while. In our next segment, I'm going to be talking about the damage. The damage is pretty bad, so we're going to be talking about that in just a little while. Right now, our rain total is just averaging around 2 inches at this time. That's, pretty good for an area. A day, not too good, but it's something. There's something up there. We are continuing to watch this tornado warning with this, which is in effect right now for where's actually sorry about that. I totally had the script wrong there. We are going back to Magnolia, Texas, where we have a report of a tornado on the ground. We don't know if this has been confirmed yet, but we are going to go to the center of it with our Doppler radar, the best in the country. So we are going to be focusing on Magnolia, Texas right now. We have this report of a tornado on the ground. This was just a third-party report. We can't confirm anything at this time. We're going to be right to this tornado warning. This was updated about 20 minutes ago, so it's not the best update we have. We have a rotation that has been indicated by Doppler radar and has been seen on the ground. So we have a funnel cloud that has been sighted. We don't know if we have a tornado on the ground at this time. So the third-party report of the fact that there was a tornado is right now proven to be false. But that could change as we go throughout the evening here. We really want to watch this line that's extending. It's actually going really, really far here. This is what we're going to be watching. I want to draw this out for you because it's pretty big, pretty noticeable, but some people may not know what this is. This is what they call a squall line, and you can see this is extending from the ocean, Gulf of Mexico, up through parts of southeastern Texas, Austin. So this squall line is about, sorry, that's a bad line there. Sorry about that. That's 84, and then we get this other way. This is about 150 miles. So that's what we're watching carefully. As this this is probably the worst part of the storm we're seeing right now. Right now, along this line, we don't have any tornado warnings, but we are really carefully monitoring the system here in the woodlands and over through Tomball. This tornado warning. I'm getting word that okay, here it is. We have a flash flood warning. Is that a flash flood warning that is in effect for the same area? We're watching Magnolia, Texas. The flash flood warning is now in effect. League City. It's actually a town. But we have a Doppler radar. 2 to 3 inches have fallen in the last hour. Flash flooding is expected to begin shortly. This is Little Cypress Creek at Becker Road. Report 2.4 inches of rain in an hour. We already have saturation on the ground. This is probably the worst area that is going to be hit by this storm. And it looks like our tornado warning is just set to expire here. Just going to recheck our... Yes, it actually just expired 2 minutes ago. So the tornado warning is off the map right now. This is as of 5:40, so I want to update the Doppler radar here. Hopefully we can get a signal site going. Here's one right here. So we're going to put that on the map here. This is one of our National Weather Service Doppler radars, the TIHA, the AH Doppler radar. Sorry about that. While the tornado warning has been whatever you want to say, canceled, we're watching. You see this red area here. This is where we're getting still a pretty good velocity of 74 miles per hour plus. We're continuing to receive lightning strikes from this area. Then we don't have the. This isn't this big of a map of a Doppler radar, so it's not covering a whole lot of area, whole lot of territory. But we're seeing, you can kind of see this red area outlined here, and my scroller isn't working. There we go. But that red area, and even extending down here, that red area is where we're getting the strongest of the winds at this time. Sorry, I'm going to kind of zoom over here because that's a bad Doppler radar. But here we have all this green here and this red here. This is where we're getting some more activity. But we're watching this line here. We do have lightning in the path included with the system. But in terms of wind speeds, we're really watching. I was just pointing out. My pad isn't working here. Awesome. There we go. It's working. There we go. Turn this back up. Now it's not working. What's that all about? There we go. Redo that. All right. Here we go. This red area here. This kind of it's kind of a line that we're watching. This is pushing off to the east, and we're watching the development of some really strong winds here. While the tornado warning has been canceled, we're continuing to monitor for some severe weather activity, and we're just keeping our eye on Magnolia, Texas right now, because we have this development of severe weather. But we are going to quickly jump. Actually, this is where I was, around Austin, Texas. This is a pretty big deal here in Austin, Texas. I was actually staying, as I said, in Austin, so this is a big deal for me because this is exactly where we've been seeing the storm. So if only I had been here two weeks later, we would have had a big issue. This is just outside of Austin, Texas, so this is a pretty good waypoint for our storm monitoring. But here is Austin, Texas on the map. Put that up dry, and as you can see, here is our hurricane. I want to quickly switch over to the satellite. It gives you a better picture of where it really is at this point in time. Sorry, it's radar satellite. There we go. Here's our satellite. It gives you a better picture of the development of the system. I was just talking a little while ago about how this was really developed. That has kind of changed. It's still got a little circular formation in it, but not as much as it was just an hour ago. That's how quickly these things happen. They change really fast. We still have a little circulation here, but with the downgrading of the tropical storm, it really has impacted how this has been passing through the area. We're continuing to keep our eye, as I said, on Austin, Texas. 2.33 inches of rain have fallen, and this is actually just updated at 5:49 p.m. Getting my numbers mixed up here. In Austin, we're looking for another 5.37 inches of rain, and that's in the next 24 hours, and that doesn't include further into our path. Sorry about that. We just gotta take a little water break. As I was saying, here, look at our wind speeds. 34 mile per hour wind speeds out of the northeast right now. Have an aviation weather warning in effect. So, big deal there for some of the area. Putting the radar back on here, this is where we're talking about these rain totals. It's just horrible for the area. And as I was talking about, just coming up in our next segment, we're going to be talking about some of the damage that is in the area, and we're going to be keeping an eye on that. We're talking right now about how this storm was fueled. And here we go. This is how it works. This is the Gulf of Mexico here. Let me turn everything off except this. This is our Gulf of Mexico. And we really got the development just, over in the Caribbean Sea. But to fuel the system, this is really nice water temperature here. these temperatures are probably, you can see on the map, 85 or 90 degrees. That's just awesome fuel and just energy for this hurricane to plow right into the Texas coastline. And I'm going to kind of draw this out for you because I love drawing. So here is where we were just about maybe Friday afternoon, is right at this point here. And we had this development. This was moving off to the northwest, and then this plowed right into the, here's our coastline, and it just jammed right through it. And then we have our Hurricane Harvey. It was Hurricane Harvey. Right now it's a Tropical Storm Harvey, and this is where we had the big system. That's how it all happened. There's a lot of drawing there. Anyway, that's how it all worked out, and you know, that's what happened. So we've been taking a look at some important areas that are being affected by this storm. We're going to quickly go to Waco, Texas. I don't know if any of you know what Waco, Texas, why that's so important, but if you ever walk, I think it's called Fixer Upper. That's the show that it's on HGTV. That's where they live or do their business in Texas. So we're going to go right to Waco to get the effects there, because it was pretty bad over in Waco, Texas. And they're going to be getting a little more rain as this. We're going to talk about the track of the system in just a few minutes. Actually, it wasn't that bad in Waco. Sorry. This is really close to Waco, Texas. When I was going down to Austin, I actually passed this. This is Belmead, Texas, and they're only going to get only half an inch of rain in the next 24 hours, so that's pretty good. Kudos to them, because they're not getting hit by too much rain, but as you can see, it is raining in that area right now. Sorry, quick water break. I'll be back in 1 second. Sorry about that. It is, very hard to do a live program, without the water. This is, sorry about that. We're just really watching the system here. We have this Tropical Storm Harvey, but we also have our homes, and we gotta always check up on old Libertyville, Illinois here, and that's what we're gonna do right now. Our weather check at 5:55 p.m. Back at home. We've got some rain coming in. It's looking gloomy out there, and we do have a little rain coming in. This is just really, not too heavy rain, but really going to encompass our northern suburbs. How much rain we're talking about? Maybe half an inch of rain. Not too much with this system. As you can see, it's only extending out through Rockford. And actually, this model is predicting not even 1/10 of an inch of rain. So, not too much rain, but we're going to put this into the future model here, and you can see it is big system of rain. This is extending probably up from Naperville up through Milwaukee, and I'm just bored. This is really as interesting as what's going on in Texas, but this is going to be progressing throughout the evening. Rain will probably stop maybe around 10 o'clock, and we look to pick up the action again on Monday with some strong storms possible there. So taking a quick look at Monday, having some scattered storms, more widespread storms in the afternoon, and taking a look at the severe take on this. The Storm Prediction Center issues a severe risk outlook every day for the areas. So here's today. You can see we didn't even make the general thunderstorm risk, so no severe threat today. Tomorrow we get into the general risk, really not too bad there. Not severe thunderstorms, 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts, possibly small hail. Possible lightning and flooding threats may also occur with this. But as we go into Monday, we also have this general thunderstorm risk, so it's not looking too bad for Monday. Really no severe weather impact is there. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and we're going to be back live with Willie's Weather Channel. Our live coverage of Tropical Storm Harvey will resume in just a minute.